Welcome in, everyone. I'm Dr. Kimberly Ray, and today Ray and I are talking about something that sits right at the center of modern life: optimization. Not in that cold, robotic way people sometimes mean it, but in a very human way. Your health, your thinking, your money, your energy, your peace. More and more, those things are shaped by three simple forces: where your attention goes, what habits you repeat, and which tools you trust to help you make decisions.
Yeah, and I like that you started with attention because that's the hidden lever. People think they need a grand reinvention. Usually they need better signal, less noise. I spent years in audio, right? Cleaning up recordings, isolating what mattered. Life feels similar now. There's so much input coming at us that if you don't have a filter, you don't have clarity. And if you don't have clarity, good luck making strong health choices or financial choices.
Exactly. And that's where AI becomes exciting to me. Not as a shortcut for wisdom, not as a replacement for discipline, but as a support system, a very powerful one. It can help you organize ideas, notice patterns, ask better questions, and maybe even slow down before you make emotional decisions. I think that matters so much because when people feel overwhelmed, they often freeze.
Or they do the opposite. They lunge. Fast decision, bad decision. I've done both. And I think the healthy way to frame AI is this: it can amplify good process. It does not magically create good judgment. If you're thoughtful, it can make you more thoughtful. If you're sloppy, well, it can help you become sloppy at scale. So the mindset has to come first.
That is well said. The mindset has to come first. And part of that mindset comes from brain science. We know, even from the sources we've looked at, that brain optimization and learning capacity affect performance. Whether we're talking about goal achievement, sales psychology, cognitive obstacles, or daily energy, the brain is involved in all of it. If your brain is overloaded, undernourished, distracted, or constantly stressed, then even good opportunities can feel heavy.
Right. And there's a useful distinction here. People hear brain optimization and think hacks, like give me the one trick. But most of the time, it's foundational stuff: better inputs, better repetition, better recovery, better questions. Jim Quick's learning angle, Dr. Daniel Amen's brain health angle, even the performance psychology side from Jeremy Miner, conversations on neuroscience and goals. The overlap is pretty obvious. Your brain affects what you notice, what you remember, and what actions you actually take.
Yes, and when we connect that to wealth, it gets very practical. Wealth is not just income, it's decision quality over time. It's your ability to learn, adapt, protect, and plan. It's whether you understand your options. It's whether you panic. It's whether you build in a way that helps your future self and your family. So for me, health and wealth are deeply connected because a clearer mind tends to make steadier decisions.
I'd even go one step more technical. Sorry, this is my thing. Your life runs on an operating pattern: inputs, processing, output, attention in, interpretation in the middle, action out. AI can assist in the processing layer. Brain science helps strengthen the processing layer. Habits stabilize the output layer. And then, over time, those repeated outputs become your life. That sounds a little mechanical, but it's actually kind of freeing.
No, I love that because it reminds people they do not need to become perfect overnight. They just need a better system, a gentler, stronger system, one that supports learning, supports follow through, and supports long term well being. That's the new optimization mindset for me. Use tools wisely, train the brain kindly, and build habits that keep showing up for you.
So let's make it concrete. If someone says, great, build a better operating system, what does that even mean? I'd start small, very small. The best systems are boring enough to repeat: a short morning review, a simple health check in, a weekly money check, a place where information lives so your brain doesn't have to carry all of it at once.
Yes, because overwhelm is expensive. It steals focus, energy, and confidence. And often people assume they have a motivation problem when they really have a systems problem. If you wake up already mentally scattered, your day will usually reflect that. But if you anchor yourself with even a few small routines, you create stability. Maybe that's reviewing your priorities, planning meals more intentionally, taking time to learn one concept at a time, or simply pausing before reacting.
And AI can help there in a very practical way. It can summarize information, compare options, turn a messy pile of notes into categories, create a checklist, draft questions you should ask a professional. That last one matters because in health and finance, half the battle is knowing what to ask. AI won't replace licensed advice or official proposals or anything like that, but it can absolutely reduce the blank page problem.
That's such a good phrase, the blank page problem. People stare at a goal and don't know where to begin. So let's say someone wants to improve health. AI might help them organize recipes, learning notes, or a simple weekly plan around energy and consistency. If someone wants to improve learning, it could help break a topic into manageable lessons or help them review key concepts. And if someone is trying to understand financial planning, it can help them sort definitions, scenarios, and educational resources so they don't feel flooded.
Exactly. Simplify choices without pretending there are no trade offs. That's the sweet spot. In financial planning, especially, people get stuck because every option sounds loaded. Reverse mortgage education, life insurance education, retirement cash flow ideas, debt strategies, generational planning. It's a lot. But when information gets structured, fear tends to drop. And when fear drops, follow through improves.
And let me add this gently: structure protects your brain. We're not meant to make every decision from scratch all day long. Daily routines conserve mental energy. A better bedtime, a better morning, fewer open loops, clearer learning steps. Those things create momentum, and momentum builds confidence. I've seen people transform not because they discovered some magic answer, but because they kept a few simple promises to themselves.
I'm glad you said promises because consistency is a trust exercise with yourself. I might be overstating it, but maybe not. When you say, every Friday I review my spending, and then you actually do it, your brain gets evidence. I can handle this. Same with learning, same with health, same with planning for retirement or family needs. Small proofs stack.
No, that's not overstated at all. It's beautiful, actually. And it's why a better operating system does not need to be fancy. It just needs to be usable, clear enough to repeat, flexible enough for real life, supportive enough that when stress comes, and it will, you don't lose your footing. That's where AI, brain optimization, and disciplined routines begin to work together instead of competing for your attention. Now let's talk about the bigger picture, because optimization is not just about productivity or getting more done. It should support security, peace, family stability. A lot of people chase short term wins and never pause to ask, is what I'm building actually protecting the people I love? To me, that is where health and wealth planning become deeply meaningful.
Yeah, short term wins are loud. Long term security is quieter, but it matters more. This is where informed planning comes in, understanding tools, understanding trade offs, understanding timing. Whether someone is exploring home equity options in retirement, learning how life insurance can be more than just a death benefit, or studying generational wealth strategies, the point isn't hype. The point is thoughtful control. Better choices now can widen options later.
And options matter, especially for elders and families. I care so much about that. Many older adults have spent their lives serving everyone else. They deserve honest, compassionate education about the resources available to them. If a person is 62 plus and trying to understand cash flow, mortgage obligations, long term care concerns, or how to remain in their home with greater flexibility, they need clarity, not pressure. Always clarity.
No pressure, no obligation, just honest, clear information tailored to the situation. That line exists for a reason. In high stakes decisions, trust is everything. And I'll say this carefully: estimates are useful, calculators are useful, educational videos are useful, but they are still starting points. Real planning usually requires specifics, licensed guidance, and official review. There's no shame in needing the real numbers. That's the responsible move.
Yes, and the same is true with legacy. If you want to protect, grow, and pass it on, you start by learning. You ask better questions. You look at what supports family security across generations. Maybe that means understanding life insurance design more clearly. Maybe it means learning retirement income concepts. Maybe it means finally having the conversation about what happens if one spouse needs support. These are loving conversations, even when they feel uncomfortable.
And AI can still serve here, carefully. It can help families organize questions, compare educational resources, map topics they need to discuss, and keep planning notes in one place. That doesn't replace wisdom, it supports it. Think of it like a very fast research assistant that still needs a grounded human at the controls.
Beautifully said. So if you take one thing from today, let it be this: start small and stay consistent. Don't wait until you have the perfect health routine, the perfect financial plan, or the perfect understanding of AI. Begin with one next step, one routine, one learning session, one honest family conversation. Small steps, repeated with intention, can absolutely shape a stronger future.
That's the whole game, honestly. Better questions, better systems, better follow through. Then let time do some of the heavy lifting.
Thank you for being here with us. Ray, I always love these conversations.
Same here, Kimberly. We'll keep building on this next time.
Until then, take gentle care of your mind, your health, your wealth, and the people you love. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.